will show you the environment and the fracas at the announcement podium at the point in time when Professor Gulie was to go to that podium to announce the 27 stations which had been verified and tallied. I'll play the 4-second clip. Thank you, Sonia. Please. Yes, this is Bomas just before Professor Gulie was to announce This is covered in the affidavit of the chairman, and is also touched on in the affidavit of Professor Gulie and also the chief executive, Mr. Marjan. My lords, that was the environment at that particular time. It was practically not possible for Mr. Gulie to announce. Our contention is that that lack of announcement does not go to the level where you would consider those constituencies untallied or unverified. What then were the aim of the commissioners when they say we wanted to, quote unquote, own the results? Because verification is a very simple process. It has been defined. I'm not going to waste a lot of time on it. Tallying is a mathematical process. The only other verification required, other than compare the forms, was has the candidate met the 50% plus one. What the commissioners actually wanted to do was what was stated in the affidavits of the chairman, the Professor Gulie, and Mr. Molu, which was to moderate the results so that a pre-agreed or pre-arranged result can be declared. That is what they wanted. What they wanted was for a meeting to sit over the decision of who will be president, not the voters, not Form 34A, not the polling station as the law is, but for a meeting of the commissioners at the National Tallying Center after the work had been done to moderate. That is illegal, it is unconstitutional, it is completely unacceptable. And this is in the affidavits. There were two meetings prior to that final meeting. One where there were visitors from the security agencies and the other from individual Kenyans. And those meetings were confirmed by all the protagonists. And this really was the scheme. This was the rupture. You asked yesterday, how come we had not heard of this dysfunctional commission earlier? Because it was a process that was going on, and at the point of disagreement is at the point where now we have rupture. And from that point onwards, those commissioners are part of the scheme, and this time, instead of announcing the wrong results, it is aimed at getting this court to overturn the results. That is the scheme. That is the decision the commissioners wanted to be part of. In terms of technology, there are a number of allegations. I adopt the presentation from my colleague, Mr. Gumbo. In terms of the numbers, I adopt the long presentation of Mr. Mahat. And I would stop there in terms of the allegations. Suffice it to say that there have been many, they have been sensational, they have remained unproven, and they are not worthy of the level required to overturn the presidential elections of this country. Let me now go to the remedies very briefly. And the remedies, just one point in terms of the earlier issue. There was a push for moderation. That essentially is to overturn the elections. There was interference from state agents, again asking for